This episode of the Great Lakes Outdoors podcast is brought to you by
Migrate Ammunition, GK Calls, Gibraltar Boatyard, Point Malay Waterfowl Festival, Gibraltar Duck Hunters Association, Turtle Box. We'd like to give a special thanks to Brian Ellithorpe. Give him a follow on all social media.
We appreciate all the support. Now let's get to the show. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Great Lakes Outdoors podcast. Chris and I are sitting here with a special guest today, Trevor from Ambush and Cooler Guard.
Yeah, thanks for having me, guys.
How's it? Thankfully, it all worked out.
Yeah.
It's been a while. We've been wanting to get you on, talking to you.
Yeah,
wanted to talk to you for a while, I should say.
Yeah, I know. I I looked back through the messages, and I want to say it was back from summertime, and I was just June, July, something like that. And I was like, oh man, I hope I didn't miss my chance.
No.
You got a product that is very unique, I should say, and especially coming from a local Michigander, I should say. It's extra important to us to help support you and push this awesome product, because even just talking for a little bit like we just did, it's a lot different than other products out there.
Very much so. And I appreciate that. And yeah, we're all made in Michigan. The product itself is made in Michigan. It was, and then even the bottle, everything. When I was setting this thing up, it was super important that everything is made in the U.S. So I wanted to proudly put this label on here. And so, the product itself is made in Michigan, but when I was sourcing everything, I wanted everything made in the U.S. So like the labels made here in Michigan, the bottle itself, even the nozzles, the spray nozzles are made in the U.S. And that was really hard to find a spray nozzle.
Oh yeah, I bet.
That was made in the U.S. Even the boxes, that they're shipped in.
I could imagine that.
They're made in Michigan here too. So I
can't beat that.
No, and I feel like it's always a small, easy stuff. Well, we think it's easy to find, like made in America, kind of like the nozzles or the boxes you were saying. Like it'd be such a hard thing to find. You wouldn't think that way.
Yeah, I think a lot of companies, I don't know, I don't want to call anybody out, but I do think that there's, because the product inside is made in the U.S., it's a made in the U.S. product, but it was important for me for everything to be made in the U.S.
No, that's awesome.
Another reason to support it, too.
For sure. Before we get too far ahead of ourselves, because I can easily make that happen, do you want to just tell everybody who you are and just what your product is?
Yeah, absolutely. So my name is Trevor Tipton. I started Cooler Guard first. That was back in 22, I think it was. Cooler Guard is an enzyme-based cleaner and deodorizer. It's non-toxic. It's eco-friendly. It's not caustic at all. There's no acids or anything in there that do the cleaning, the cleaning agents, right? There, it's all a non-toxic product. And then a year later, we came out with Ambush 1000, which is also, it's a non-toxic, eco-friendly, enzyme-based odor eliminator. So, when you're getting ready to go out to the deer stand in the morning, spray yourself down. You don't have to worry about it, changing your the colors of the clothes, or messing with anything that way. It's it's an all natural product, which was really important to me.
So we don't have the Michael Jackson effect here with the product. Okay.
Yep, not at all.
Sure.
Not at all.
What made you even think about coming out with like this type of product? I mean, you are kind of a jack of all trades from what you talked about before. I mean, what made you want to go this route?
So the product, I will say that the product itself is not my brain. I'm not the one that created this
chemist.
Formula.
Yeah,
I'm not a chemist by any means. I have a really good friend who has a company that makes a lot of these types of products for commercial use. Mm-hmm. And he's a great friend. I was up at his cabin. We were doing prep work for our deer stands, doing prep work one weekend, and one of the guys brought a cooler, a soft bag cooler full of mussels.
Oh.
And so we had those to eat, And I was like, man, we got to clean out that cooler. It's gonna be nasty.
Right.
And he's like, nope. And he just threw it outside. He's like, we'll take care of that tomorrow. I'm like, oh, really? Okay, I'll trust you, but it's not my cooler, so I don't really care. And then the next day, it's summertime. We're out doing stuff at the blind, getting everything ready for the fall. And I'm like, I think it's time. I really think we need to clean this. It's going to be nasty. He's like, no, watch this. And he gets this spray bottle. He sprays it down, lets it sit for a couple minutes, takes a hose, just rinses it out. And he goes, hey, smell this. And I'm like, okay. I kid you not. Like, you could wear it as a hat and you would not have smelled any mussels.
Really?
And I'm like, man, this is incredible. He's like, yeah, it's stuff we make. And I was like, man, this needs to be out there on the market. This needs to be, it needs to be a cooler cleaner, right? He's like, I don't have time for that. Fast forward a bunch, we kind of retweak it for consumer use, and that's how it was born.
Wow.
That's super cool.
I always see the videos too of people like forget. I don't know how they do it, but forgetting people like the fish in their live well.
Oh yeah.
And I couldn't imagine the smell that would even have, and how long that would stay in your boat for, if you didn't have like this product.
Or if someone put something in their truck.
I've done that a time or two.
I'm calling you on that one.
I think everybody has left something in their cooler.
Yes.
And then they come back from a camping trip, leave it in there, put the cooler away. You come back a couple months later, and you're like, what was that?
What died in here?
You can't tell anymore.
I've done it with our cooler to the beach. Like beer spills in it or whatever it may be, and then over time you just kind of throw the cooler there and you forget about it. Well, I hate to tell you, it's going to smell like absolute crap afterwards.
Yep.
But I wish I had this 2-3 years ago, honestly.
Yeah.
Was your first thought like with this cooler guard that came first? I'm assuming.
Yep, that was first.
To go the outdoor industry, or what kind of was like your purpose?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I thought, as any like business owner, you think like, okay, well, who's my competitors, right? I go on Amazon because that's where everybody buys anything now. Anyways, and I type in cooler cleaner, and I was like, there's one other company that's on here. I was like, oh, this is my $1 million idea. I thought it was going to be so easy.
Right.
Little did I know, fast forward 3 years that it would still be this journey. But, I thought coolers initially. I did not grow up with, never had a boat, but fishermen with live wells have taken to this product. They absolutely, it's been a big hit with that market.
I think it's a product that is still $1 million product. I just think people need to realize how good of a product it actually is.
Yeah, people need to see it, use it.
And just hopefully our listeners this week will actually spend some time after hearing you talk about this stuff, because, I mean, you're kind of blowing me away with some of like the details about this. Like it was honestly amazing. Like it's a lot different than what I thought just a regular cooler cleaner would be. I don't know. It's,
the fact that it's made in the United States too, it's like, it's a win-win-win.
It's hard to find nowadays, and it's honestly a good thing too, especially with all the tariffs going on. Every company is going through the roof right now and I'm sure you kind of get that from your other businesses, but like everything, the prices are just skyrocketing.
Yeah.
Did you grow up deer hunting then, or?
So I did deer hunt a few years when I was early teens. My dad was invited to a friend's property, and I went with him. And I'm 13, 14 years old.
Right.
So he's here. Have this, sit here, don't move.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. And I'm sure I was the antsy little kid that that scared everything away. And then kind of just took a hiatus. Didn't hunt because no one in my family hunted anymore. And then probably about 15 years ago, I had been fishing the whole time. I love to fish, but probably about 15 or so years ago, my good friend and I were like, hey, let's try trout fishing. Never really done that before. Never gone up to all the trout streams that northern Michigan has. So let's do this. So we just randomly kind of did some web search, say, hey, we're going to go to this spot. Went up there. It was April, still cold. It was a rainy snow mix.
Yeah.
We're in this little tent, and we're like, man, this is
Freezing
not what I was expecting.
Right.
And we were at a national forest campground, the only one there, the only people in there, and it's, like I said, sleet, snow, rain. We're like, man, this is kind of miserable, but we're going to make the best of it.
Yeah.
And then this 40-foot diesel pusher motorhome shows up, and like a transformer completely, all the slides come out, and we're like, man, what is this? What's going on here?
We're in our tent.
What's going on? And then all of a sudden we hear from inside the tent, the guy goes, hey man, I got a bonfire going and I got a bar. You want to come over and hang out? And we're like,
Absolutely.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So hang out with him. And he's like, this guy, his name was Fred. And lo and behold, he'd been coming up to the same spot to fish for the past 40 years.
Oh, wow.
Every April, every September. And ever since then, we would meet back up with him, kept fishing with him, learning some of the spots, learning from him. And then more and more people started, more and more friends started coming. And
That's pretty
we've
cool.
grown that into probably a dozen guys now that go to this fish camp every year.
Sweet.
And one of the guys that started coming along was the guy that I was talking to you about with the company. And he's become such a good friend. Now he's got property up in it's west of Cadillac.
Okay.
And got property up there. And he was like, hey man, you should come deer hunting.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, I'm in. This was 2019. And
Getting
so
back
like,
into it is probably
yeah.
awesome.
yeah, and then it was so much fun to learn all this stuff. I never really learned when you're
Right.
13. You don't really learn that stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
And just diving back into it, getting back out doing small game, rabbit hunting, going squirrel hunting. I got a dog a couple years ago, and I've trained him to be a squirrel dog. He's a GSP.
Oh,
So he's
energetic.
Yeah,
he's
very hyper.
2.5 years old now.
Ooh.
And
Like the worst age right there, isn't it?
no, he's good. He's
That's
great.
good then.
But yeah, so getting into that, working with him on that. He's probably the only squirrel short hair pointer out there, but
There's one in every crowd, I guess.
Yeah.
Right? I guess that's what kind of even got me into like waterfowl hunting in general, was just like the actual learning stuff, like dissecting it, I guess. And I'm kind of assuming you're the same way.
I haven't done a ton of waterfowl hunting. I did a guided trip that we were talking about, and I've been out with my friend who, we've been through everything. Literally, this guy's my best friend. We've been friends since first grade, so 35 years now.
Yeah.
we've been friends.
10 years ago, you said? No.
right. And his brother was into waterfowl hunting, and so he took us out a couple times to some places that, so that was fun just to learn all that new stuff. I mean, it's like the more I did. I mean, it's been 6 years now, and it's like the more I learn, what I don't know.
Yeah,
There's that much more stuff to learn.
That's what's so crazy. People know hunting, but like until you really dive into it, it's like, holy crap! I never even thought about this or that or whatever it may be.
You learn something like every day.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, every time
The more
you're
you
out in
got,
the
you
woods,
learn something.
Yeah, I mean, I learned stuff even just scouting.
Yeah.
All the time, just seeing them out in the field, whether it be deer or turkey or water, whatever it may be. And that's what's so nice about hunting in general, I guess. I don't know.
It's never ending.
Yeah.
No.
Like scratches that itch to.
Yeah, I mean, just really, I don't know. It's probably almost the same feeling with the company itself, like learning more and more about what you can do to not improve, but like more you can do with cooler guard and ambush. Like just, I don't know. I feel like my mind would be racing 24/7 with
sure.
a product like this.
So how did you come up with Ambush 1000 then after Cooler Guard?
So it's pretty much the same base formula. The difference is the Cooler Guard has the surfactants in it, which are the cleaning agents.
Okay.
So it's the same base enzymes, just without the
cleaning.
Without the cleaning. Yeah. So, we were talking earlier. Everyone's seen enzyme products before. It's not like we created a brand new industry. Enzyme products have been out there and they work great. Enzymes are just a protein that eats another protein, right? That's going to get rid of a stain on your counter or an odor on your clothes. But the problem is that when you have a protein that wants to eat another protein, the longer they're kept in a bottle, the more they're going to start to cannibalize themselves. And the cool thing about our products is that my partner who kind of created the base formula, they actually patented a process that keeps these enzymes from getting to each other when they're
dormant?
in the bottle. Yeah, it's called a stasis environment.
Okay.
What I like to think of it as like a gel cap, like capsulated.
Right.
They can't get to each other until they're actually sprayed out onto a surface. And so you're going to have a product that has the same efficacy for the life of the bottle. It's not a product where the first time you use it, it's going to work awesome. When you're halfway through the bottle, it's going to work okay. And when you're at the bottom of the bottle, you're going to wonder if it's even working at all.
Yeah.
You're going to have that same performance for the whole time you use that.
I don't think anybody even realizes that with like with a scent eliminator like that, like with what deer hunting wise. Maybe they do. Maybe I'm just.
I think people do anecdotally, right? Like,
Right.
Oh man, this stuff was awesome on October 1st,
Right.
But October 31st, first week in November, when you're gearing up for the rut, right? You're like, man, what happened? Did
Why
I just
isn't this
get
working?
winded?
Yeah.
What's going on? And you don't think back to this
Actual product,
the product. You think back to, because it worked awesome the first time,
Right.
Or you're dead downwind and the deer don't even turn to look at you or raise their nose, right? But then you're like, you never link it back to that. It's always something else.
That alone is just like a game changer. Because how many bottles of, other companies sit on the shelves, and how long are they even sitting there for?
Yeah.
You hope you get a fresh one.
Yeah, you just don't even know. You have no idea.
Mm-hmm.
Is there? I don't know. Is there expiration dates on those?
Probably not.
I don't know.
So you could have one that's been sitting there for 5 years that
Yeah.
is worthless the entire time, but it says whatever it says on it, and it does not work that way.
I think that definitely has solved my problem now because
Yeah.
I would grab a used bottle from last year,
Yeah,
spray it on me, and think I'm good, but definitely not good.
And I always feel like there's always a scent to the non.
Yes, there's.
Do you
I know what you're talking about.
do you know what I'm talking about? Like
No, because I use this.
that's a good. Point,
There is
right?
there is a little bit of a scent to it.
And I always want do you know what I'm talking about though? Like besides
Yeah.
like before you were using
Sure.
this, obviously.
Sure.
Like,
There could be something in the liquid itself, right? That
Yeah.
something else that has a scent.
I always feel like that's like. If I'm smelling it, you're obviously smelling it. So
Yeah.
how good is this stuff actually working
Yeah.
for me right now? And now
Yeah.
I wonder why I wasn't seeing any deer all the time because
That's
I was
what
smelling.
I don't have any excuse for the reason I'm not killing any big bucks.
That's
I'm
man.
excited to use this year.
Well, there could be a very good possibility in your future though to kill an absolute monster if things go correctly around your area. We'll say.
Oh yeah, Farmington. There's some big ones there. There's
Yeah, there's some monsters,
There
absolute
are.
monsters. Might want to get ahead of that.
So I just quick tangent because I know you're the king of tangents.
Yes.
Yes, he is.
First year, go out with my buddy. Right. I think the first actual season was 2020. I was one of the COVID hunters, even though I had plans before. And nothing. I saw nothing the whole time. And I come back in, get home, drive all the way in, and I had a maple tree that was about 5-6 inches that's right next to my driveway, and I pull in and it was ripped to shreds.
Oh.
And I was like, oh, They were just taunting me.
Right.
Yeah.
They were just taunting me.
That's why a guy at work, he went up north. I think it was last year during deer season, and he's up by our place up there, and didn't see. I don't think he's seen a whole lot up there. Well, his wife was sending him pictures back at home with like deer right in his backyard, and you know how that usually goes. Why are you going all the way up there if you know there's deer right behind us right here in the yard? You can stay home with me and this, that, and the other. Kind of going back to Cooler Guard.
Yeah.
I didn't realize how versatile this stuff is.
I've used it for more things than you can imagine. Obviously coolers, refrigerators, everybody's got a garage fridge that gets cleaned once every decade.
Yeah, exactly.
And so that, but then, I've used it to get stains off of like your countertop.
Really?
If you've got like a manufactured stone, just let it sit on there for a while, wipe it off. My dog's been sprayed by a skunk, and I use that
Really?
on him. Yeah, that was
That's crazy.
it works as well as or better than most stuff out there. I don't think there's a product that gets rid of skunk smell 100%.
No.
But it works. It worked well for that. We bathed him with that and then sprayed him with this every time. Every time he would come in from outside, and the live well, the fishing live well, has been a huge market that I never knew of. But guys love it because they can clean out that live well and then not have to worry about re-cleaning the live well.
Right.
Before they go out, whether it's for a recreational fisherman or if it's, there's a bunch of guys that I know that use it on the Lake Erie walleye trail as well as the Michigan walleye. I've got guys that are big supporters of Cooler Guard that are on both of those that use it a ton.
My dad's gonna absolutely love this because he tries to wash his live well out, 4 or 5 times, try to rinse it out,
Cycle through.
cycling through everything. So yeah, he's absolutely gonna love this because I was telling him before we started this, and that was like his big question or big thing for me to ask you was how well does it work on live wells, and obviously it works amazing.
Yeah, definitely. Just spray it down, let it sit for 4, 5, 6 minutes, and then either rinse it down or you can, because it's got that cleaning agent, that surfactant in it. If you need to brush or scrub with it, it's going to kind of foam up. It's going to get those suds just like a regular soap would. So you can clean stuff off and then just rinse it out.
Now, I know we talked about it before, but when I use this in my live well and I will say live well, do I have to wash this out completely before I put fish into it? Or,
just rinse it out.
But it's fish friendly, like fish aren't going to die in the live well.
Correct. Yeah,
if you forget to rinse it out.
Yeah.
Never tested that, but I would say that you're going to smell it.
Right.
If you haven't rinsed it out, when you come back, you're going to smell that it's still in there, that it's not gone. So, I can't say. I would find it very unlikely that it's going to kill the fish because it is non-toxic. We gave it to our kids to clean, their bathrooms with, and you can drink it if you really want. I wouldn't.
It's not recommending that one,
but it's not going to kill you if you drink it, right? And so,
that's crazy. There's just not a lot of products like that, though. That's just what. It's honestly been blowing my mind with all of the, I don't know, talk about after. You see the product, you know what the product does, but talking about like further.
Yeah, just like the stains too. Like think about when you're butchering any animal afterwards, you've got blood everywhere. It's it's on your cutting board. It's on whatever your cutting board's on.
Yeah, right.
Whether it's your countertop or a table outside. It's probably in your cooler, and you just spray that down and go to town with a little scrub brush, and it's gonna get it out. Whether it's dried on, whether it's fresh, it's gonna get
crazy.
it out.
Just all around purpose. That's crazy.
You can't beat it.
Now, I know some scent companies, going back to ambush now,
Yeah.
you got to leave it like soak into the clothes, or you got to let it sit on your hunting clothes for this scent to be eliminated completely.
Yeah, think about it like, going back to the enzymes being proteins that eat proteins, you're going to want to try to get this on anywhere where that malodor or whatever is producing that odor could be. So,
Right.
you don't, it's not like when you're 14 years old and you're learning how to put cologne on and you put one spritz in
Yeah.
right? You want to be that 14-year-old that empties the whole can of cologne on you.
Been there, done that.
Yeah, exactly. So same thing. You want to try to spray everything. But another thing that I want to touch on, you kind of made me think about it, is, the formula is it's multiple types of enzymes. Think about your appetite or my appetite and your appetite. Like I may love hot dogs, but you may hate hot dogs, and you may like pizza and I hate pizza. Nobody really hates pizza.
Right.
There's different types of foods that people like and people don't like. Same can be true with enzymes. They're going to like certain things and not like certain things that create those odors, and other enzymes are going to like those ones that the other ones don't. And so when you have a formula, you want to have one that has a broad spectrum of different types of enzymes so that you can make sure you're eliminating all the different types of odors that it could be, whether, it's your body odor, sweat, or maybe you've got a little bit of, oil on your boots that, from the garage that you didn't realize was there. So you want to be able to eliminate that odor as well. So we use, this big, broad spectrum of different types of enzymes to make sure that we're eliminating as many odors as possible.
Now, how often would you recommend someone spraying that? Every time they go out in the field?
Yeah.
Okay.
And, that you're never going to be, 100% covered forever.
Yeah.
Right? Because you're always going to get something, whether you're sweating
Right.
or whether, you're walking down a road and a truck goes by and you've got the exhaust fumes. Right? So I always spray it every time I go out.
I'm going to keep it right in my backpack, honestly.
Yeah.
I'm going to spray it before I go out there and probably spray myself when I'm out there just to make
Especially
sure I'm
if you've got
doubled
a
up.
long hike out, right?
Right.
If you've got a long trip to your stand,
Right.
you might get a little sweat.
That's
Or on, even on the palms of your hands, if you've got let's say you've got sticks up and you're doing the sticks
spraying
up,
those.
spray that, because you're going to have something that's left from your hands. Even if you've sprayed your hands before you went out, still you spray it.
Mm-hmm.
I honestly feel right now every other company, scent odor company out there has been just a big scam
I think so.
our whole lives.
I don't think it's necessarily a scam. I don't want to say that. I think it's just limited, right? Limited in what it can do. And, some people even think of any type of odor eliminator as a scam. And I just say, if it's going to help just a little bit, I'm all for it, right?
Now tell us a story about the scent, like with the shrimp wise.
Oh yeah, thank you. So one of my favorite demos to do, because it's hard to tell the story of Cooler Guard or Ambush just through a picture on a label or a picture on social media. And so when I was doing some trade shows, one of my most favorite demo to do, and it's the only one I ever did because it illustrates it perfectly, was I would take an empty bottle, preferably one that was clear or see-through, and I would put raw shrimp in there. Put like 4, 5, 6 raw shrimp in there. Fill it with water, and then set it outside. Let the sun get it nice and ripe.
Oh man!
And then I'll take that spray bottle, spray it on a paper towel, and let the passerby smell that before scent, and then spray it with whatever they think they're more likely to use, whether it's Cooler Guard or Ambush. Spray that, and then let them smell. I mean, and we're talking right away, not let it air out, not let it dry off. Spray it, wave it in the air a little bit, and let you smell it within 5 seconds. And Cooler guard, you're not going to smell the shrimp at all because of the cleaning agent in there. It has a little bit of an odor, and that between the odor of that and the enzymes in it, you can't smell the shrimp anymore. This, it's greatly decreased just in a matter of 5 seconds.
Wow.
And to see the people's faces, it literally looked like an infomercial where you would think, man, that's so fake.
Yeah.
Right.
Like that's staged. I know that is. But no, it was happening right in front of me.
It's like I just saw this boat in half.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go
What's
across
his name? What's his name?
That's when we talked about it too. That's gonna be the hardest thing with trying to tell people how good the stuff works without
Yeah.
really trying to force it down people's throats.
Well, and there's so many, like you said, let's go back to the scent companies before. You're like, man, I just feel like they're all a scam. And I don't want to say that, but it's like you see those infomercials of other odor eliminators, whether it's a household cleaner and you're like, man, like that's so staged. I know it is. I can tell by the reaction that it's like almost all of those odor eliminators kind of get bundled together. Like, that's immediately what you think of is that kind of cheesy infomercial salesperson.
I mean, it's hard. Honestly, yes, it's hard for any like spray or what is it, the ozonics, whatever that keeps like the scent down. Like you buy that
Ozone.
big blocks or
Yep.
whatever.
Yeah.
It's hard to understand like what that actually is doing without seeing it, or people want to see like the actual
The proof behind it,
yeah. So, but like
how it works.
you spraying the dog, the coolers, the whatever with all of this stuff, and instantly seeing a difference. I mean, it speaks for itself, but I don't know. It just seems a lot different than any company out there. I'll say.
I would agree with that. And like I said before, it's made in the United States, and there's so many people that don't even buy product that isn't made
Don't
in the
even
United
look
States.
at that kind of stuff.
I go back to the very beginning when I said I looked on Amazon to see if there were other cooler cleaners out there, and there was like one other company, and
You want a beer?
I've still got a little bit. I'll take a
Save
fresh one.
for you. Yeah.
Thank you. But it's like, that's almost a little bit, telling in that, hey, it's hard to get the message out because on Amazon, there was only one other one, even though I thought it was going to be easy peasy, it's hard to get that message out that it, that that it works, that it's made in the U.S., that the whole story behind it is just, and that's why I appreciate you guys having me on to tell the story, to kind of get the word out there, that it is a good product.
I almost want to show people at the festival now.
Oh, we can easily do that.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this. Do you have a puke bucket ready for like when they smell the shrimp beforehand or?
I try not to, I try to only do one spray, so it's not that bad.
Okay.
But yeah, there's been some pretty strong reactions to that.
sure.
But I'll
yeah.
warn them first. I say, hey, you see, that's why I do it with a clear bottle so that they see that it's shrimp. Like they know what they're getting into. It's not like I'm trying to surprise them.
That's gonna be. So you're rolling into these shows with a jug of shrimp, basically.
A spray bottle full of shrimp juice. Yeah.
Ugh.
Wow.
I have never tightened a cap any tighter than that.
Oh,
one,
yeah.
because I didn't
I
want
tape it too.
I didn't
Sure.
want it to spill.
That's literally almost as crazy. We had a guy on here a while back that said he literally would ship ticks to his house. And it's like, you are out of your mind right now for shipping ticks. And then, like, he was, he has sprays and is promoting kind of not the same, obviously, but a different product. But you got to have the
You got to test it
insect.
somehow.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. But that is, man, that's crazy. That you're putting shrimp in a, that's nuts.
Yeah, I got to try it. I got to
Oh,
show
we're going
people it
to.
too.
Would you say that's your hardest thing with like the marketing aspect of it all? Just like showing how well it works?
Yeah. I mean, showing how well it works. And, I've thought about putting out a video or doing that kind of stuff, but it's like it automatically will get, that's a fake infomercial. I know that, I know that I would see it and think that.
What about, and we could bleep this part out too if we need to, hand wipes?
So it's something that I've looked into.
Because that might
But-
be an option where, like that alone, everybody who needs hand wipes after work or whatever it may be, might be the one thing that, and this could be anything, obviously, that really shows people.
There's like two things that I have looked into it, and trying to find a manufacturer that I think would do good, and it's like, is that going too fast? When this hasn't even really picked up the steam that I want it to. And two, the other thing, and because we've never tested out, because we never really got to that stage, is how are the enzymes are they going to be affected by being in that type of
Container,
fabric, right? Or that,
Yeah.
that
Yep.
white, whatever it is, whether it's cloth. I don't think they're cloth, but that like woven fabric.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't think we haven't really looked into how that would affect the enzymes, and
a good point.
specifically that kind of that stasis environment, right? That keeping them from.
Yeah, you
going
almost
at
have
each
to
other.
put it in like a hard bottle or something like that and pull it out that way, or
Yeah.
but then you're always risking,
But then you're still exposing it every time
Exposing,
as
yeah.
well. Yeah, it's difficult. It's a lot difficult than.
I looked into it a couple of years ago, and at least with the manufacturer that I was looking at, the minimum orders were quite large too, and so one of the things that has made this so approachable for me is that my friend whose company, we licensed this from him, and we've kind of, like I said, changed it or altered it for consumer use. Is he has a bottling line, so he's able to help produce these.
Yeah.
When I send him all of the spray nozzle, the labels, the bottle, the boxes,
It's one big
it's
done.
done. Exactly.
That's
He
what's
can produce the formula itself and do the bottling right there.
Oh, that's nice.
And it's so nice. It is. It's so nice to have that right here in Michigan.
Yeah.
Where I can just snap my
Yes.
fingers and be like, "Hey, I need these."
And there's just not a lot of companies like, I don't know, that one obviously is like that. Obviously, you only said there was like one other.
I don't even
cooler
think that one that I saw on Amazon
Still exists.
I don't think they're in business anymore.
That's crazy.
But it was not the same type of like enzyme based cleaner. It was just a cleaner that was specifically marketed for cleaning coolers. Even though Cooler Guard has grown into so much more, the initial thought was cooler cleaner.
What made you even like get into like I know your buddy had a company and had a product similar.
Right.
I'll say.
Yeah. Let's call it the same base product.
But like the enzymes and whatever it all is, like that's a whole different realm of like where.
Yeah, it's not my expertise.
Yeah. Like, so what even made you like want to get into that kind of?
Because when you use the product, you're like, this is amazing. Like you think that, hey, if just people try this, I know that it's going to be, they're going to love this product. It's like, in my 9 to 5, I work for a company and work with products that are the best of the best, right? And so it's so awesome to go to work and be like, hey, this product here is the best.
Yeah.
Right. And I saw that in this. I saw that in this product. It's like, this is the best out there. It's easy to get behind. If people just try it, I know they're going to be hooked.
I'll say this too. There's not a ton of people that we have or talk to, I should say, that truly stand behind their product and how well it actually works as much as you do. So that alone just says a absolute ton. Because there's a lot of people that don't even stand behind their own product, it seems like. And it's unfortunate. I don't know how or why you would even have that product anymore. So it's very...
we talked to quite a few. It's like, do we want to...
Right.
Do we want to keep on talking about this, or...
Yeah. I mean, not to call anybody out, but yeah, seriously. It's pretty crazy why people are trying to promote a product that doesn't work, that they know that doesn't work. And that's the same thing with moving too fast, like you were saying. I always tell people, not that my opinion really matters, but get one product or two products down and set
Absolutely.
and done, and then move on to the next one, because you never know what breakout product is actually going to push that product even further.
And you don't want to miss out on anything either, right? Like if I moved on to wipes, if it was, that would be great.
Right.
But at the same time, I already know that it's a good product. I'm not going to give up on it.
Which in reality too, you're not giving up. Just it's the same product, but just in a different form.
Yeah. But you're also like,
pushing it a different way to.
It's like if I've got my attention between two products right now, I can only give 100% effort into two products, right?
Yes.
If I'm giving 100% effort into three products, then that product that was getting 50% is now getting 33% of the effort. And so it's like, I don't want to move too quickly.
I mean, I'm glad you said, because a lot of companies do that as well. They have too many products out there that they just kind of let that one go, and then you can never get away from your foundation or like where you started from. I feel like you got to always kind of stay true to like the basics.
Yes.
In a sense.
Now, let me ask you this. This past turkey season, I had a turkey. I got a turkey this year, and I had a bunch of blood on me.
Okay.
Bunch of blood on my clothes. How does it work when you have, with your cooler guard? How does that pull the blood out, or what's your strategy on going about that? Say like my clothes are full of blood from animal or whatever. Am I spraying that before, or am I dumping some of this in the washing machine?
So I'd use it like a pre-wash.
Okay.
Spray it on the blood before you wash it, and then wash your clothes. I've used it on stains. I'm trying to think if I've used it on blood. I'm sure I have, but I can't think of a specific time. I know I've used it to wash my hands with.
Yeah.
Whether it's grease or like you changing the oil in your car or something.
Yeah.
You get oil on your hands and you'll just take it right off. But yeah, use it like a pre-wash. Spray it on there. You'll probably start to see it start to come out. Especially, I don't know if you use like a little toothbrush or something. Spray it on there. You can see it start to come out. Even just scrubbing it with that.
I think that's my worst thing that happens to me, I should say. I always end up with a bunch of blood on me for some reason, whether it be breasting out geese or
it means you're getting stuff.
Yeah. But the struggle is getting that blood out out of your clothes and stuff like that. And I think this would be a great product for that.
For
and
sure.
It's all natural product, or not natural, or non-toxic product.
Yeah, it's a non-toxic, eco-friendly. It's not going to harm
the
environment, and so just spray it on there. I always say, people ask me all the time, hey, how does it work on this, how does it work on that? I go, let's try it. Let's do it. I had my wife had a friend who had one of those like little dogs,
little ankle biters.
I love my dog. He's 65 pounds of pure athlete. But those little dogs that just yip at you all the time, I can't stand. But she had this little dog, and it was so old that it would just go to the bathroom in the house. Wouldn't even try to go out to the side. And my wife came to me and said, "Hey, so and so was wondering, would that work for her dogs?" And I was like, "Yeah, I mean, it'll work." And so I gave her a bottle. I'm just here, just try this. She's like, "This is the best pet like mess cleaner that I've ever used, and I've tried them all." She started ordering ordering Cooler Guard by the cases from me because her dog like just wouldn't go outside.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. And so finally I was just like, I gave her all the the bad label bottles and was like, "Hey man,
number one supporter right here."
Yeah, go at it. I think you've bought more bottles than anyone else.
Wow.
But yeah, like for when I was potty training my dog, accidents happen. It's on the carpet. Spray it on there, and it's crazy how it takes it away.
Now, do you have one size bottle, or do you have multiple sizes?
So this is the 24 ounces, the bottle that I sell. I do have some 12 ounce bottles that I've used samples to give away. I have a guy who has a bait shop in Ohio
Yeah.
that likes he likes the 12-ounce bottles, and I did a special thing for him where we did a 12-ounce bottle, and then he a capped 24-ounce bottle, and he said that a lot of his customers like to keep the small one in their boat and then just refill it with the bigger bottle.
That's
And so,
smart.
Yeah, just another SKU though for me.
That's
I'll let him take care
Yeah.
of that.
yeah, that's the hard part with all of that. So there's so many different options like we were talking about
Yeah.
with different product options, whatever it may be, to really go far from what you have now, obviously.
I like that you offer the 24-ounce bottle though, because a lot of bottles are 12 ounces or 16 ounces.
It's not enough.
It's not enough.
No.
The 24 ounce, that'll last me all year.
Yeah.
You know?
It should. I mean, it'll last you all year. You're gonna get the same efficacy for the whole time of the bottle, and then the next year you just get another bottle, right? Like, I don't.
That's
I'm
important.
not in the market to try to sell someone something every month,
Right.
right?
Right. It's like new cars nowadays. It's like they got it right up until warranty. As soon as warranty's done,
Everything's that way.
it's horrible.
Think about house appliances, right?
yeah. Same
Dishwasher. How
thing.
many dishwashers do you buy? I feel like
Oh yeah.
my childhood, we had the same one, and for my entire
Yes.
childhood.
Yeah.
Same with vehicles back then,
Yeah,
though, too.
exactly.
It's like just simple and you're good to go. How much is a bottle of Cooler Guard and the Ambush?
So they are $11.99 right
Really?
through the website. Yep, coolerguardspray.com. There's ambush1000spray.com. That'll just take you to the Ambush page on Cooler Guard's website. But yeah, it's $11.99.
That's it? That's crazy to
Yeah,
me.
yeah.
I was honestly thinking like $30-$40 for this bottle.
No, I mean when I first came out, it was at $15, but I was able to get it lower. And
Wow.
so it's $11.99 now. And then what I know we talked a little bit, but I was able to do a discount code for you guys
Oh,
through
awesome.
our website. So just GLO will be 20% off the entire order on the website.
I'm telling you right now, people better take that.
That's a heck of a deal. And it's your one-stop shop.
Yes.
Cleaner,
Yes.
everything. Yeah, that's all you need.
Yes. No, that's awesome. I greatly appreciate you doing that, and I'm sure so all the listeners that are actually going to use this stuff.
I hope. I just want people to use it. I know
Right.
it probably sound a little bit like a broken record, but I want people to use it because once they use it, they're going to be maybe not as passionate as I am, but they're going to. Once you use it, you know that it's a good product,
Right.
and you're going to tell people. Like, I'm sure you guys have products that you're in no way affiliated with, but it's a good product. And when anyone asks, "Hey, have you ever heard, or do you know a solution for so and such and such?"
Push that.
You're like, "Hey, this I know it's awesome. I know it works," and that's
100%.
that's my whole goal is to just get that ball rolling, because I know that once people use it, they're gonna like it. It's gonna work.
Now, I ask everybody this. As a business owner, what has been like the hardest kind of steps you've had that you've seen or overcame with this company, or that you're even facing now?
It's just
Getting in the hands.
publicity. Yeah, it's just getting. How do I sell a product that eliminates scent or without smell-o-vision, right? It's
God, that's tough. That's like you need that one guy that goes door to door and like has that whole joking skit where he like cleans his shoe off real quick. You know what I'm talking about?
I'm not sure I do.
We'll have to.
Let me
show
see
you.
your shoes, and you just
I'll have to show you because I don't want to mess it up during the podcast, but we should look into how much he costs for.
I'm about to start doing that for that.
Yeah, he's good. He's good.
Yeah.
Is there anything else like that you've had even just like the startup or anything else that you like any hurdles?
The other hurdle was finding the U.S. made products. I could have easily got Chinese made bottles. The the spray nozzle was the biggest thing. You know, I think I'm probably paying at least 4x for a U.S. made spray nozzle versus what I could, you know, pay for a Chinese made one. But, you know, one, I want it to be made in the U.S. That was non-negotiable.
Right.
And two, like, it just fits in your hand right.
Yeah,
You know,
I
it
noticed
does.
that.
It's easy to use. It's comfortable. It doesn't twist. You
That's
notice that
huge.
either.
Yeah.
You know, like sometimes you go to, especially when you go to pull the trigger, when the nozzle starts to.
Oh, it's all over and then it's leaking on you.
Yeah.
Yes, I hate that.
And so, like, that was really important to me. And trying to find one, you know, I probably have in my basement, I probably have at least 30 different nozzles that I tried out that just didn't work.
I don't know. It's weird to me too. Like I never would have thought about like that being a hard thing. That's why I always like about asking people that question, just because of the fact that there's so many different obstacles
Yes.
business owners themselves have to overcome, or influencers per se, or whatever. They always got their different niche, I guess, of hurdles. So to see how they came, like, you know, got over that
Overcame it.
hurdle or whatever. Try to help everybody out, I guess, in that sense. Maybe they're dealing with something similar, or whatever it may be. I don't know. Do you have any questions? Because I can go on and on, but I feel like some of them are top secret that I want to say after. Go on another.
Once it's
Yeah,
once
I mean,
the camera's off.
Yeah.
This product is, I'm amazed by it. First of all, second of all, I'm really glad I reached out to you for that. The first, you know, from Point Malay, and then, you know, the whole circle of it. I'm glad you're here. And you know, this product is absolutely amazing. It's the one-stop shop for cleaning, you know, getting rid of scents or anything like that. You just can't beat it.
No, you can't. Any outdoorsman, literally anybody,
anyone.
outdoorsman, just like sports.
Yeah, I mean, think about if you know, I don't know if this person would be listening to the podcast, but if you don't hunt at all, or if you have a friend that doesn't hunt at all that's listening, and they have kids in sports, and every Saturday they've got to wheel a cooler to all these sporting events full of juice boxes and sandwiches, and, you know, inevitably something's going to spill in that cooler.
Yep.
And to be comfortable enough to spray it down and know that it's not going, what you're spraying and cleaning that cooler with is not going to harm if any other food, you know, if you throw apples or a watermelon in there and it gets on there, you know that it's not going to be harmed from eating something that touches it, right? Like, it's just.
What other product has that? I feel like there's no other product out there that you can spray and you don't have to worry, you know, if it gets on.
It was really important to me. I mean, we talked before I have 3 daughters, right? I have, and when we started this, let's see, that would have been 22. So they would have been like 7, 9, and 11, right? And they're still young. They don't always listen, right? And to know that I can have a product that's a cleaning product in the house that's not going to harm them.
It's huge.
It's, you know, it means a lot. And you know, you see the passion in me, and a lot of it's because I know that it's, you know, it's not going to injure anybody.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. That's got to be just a good feeling in itself too, that you're giving out a product that you're not going to hear horror stories down the road.
I think about it, you know, as, you know, like when you're cleaning up a cooler or you're cleaning up your live well or whatever, you're leaning down in that. So when you're spraying something in there, you're breathing all those toxic fumes and stuff like that. With this stuff, it's, you know, you're not going to get cancer from those fumes.
One of the funny things is the number of people that after they use it, they say, it just smells so good.
Yeah.
You know, it's got this, it's a different odor. You know, it doesn't smell like that chemical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Where do you,
Go ahead.
no, go ahead.
No,
Do you have
go
any
ahead.
other
No.
questions or
Go ahead.
do you have any questions for us? Because like I said, I could go on and on. I got some topics that I want to talk off the camera.
Yes.
But do you have any questions for us?
No, I just want to say thank you guys so much. I appreciate allowing me to be on. I appreciate the back and forth that we've had. appreciate you reaching out to me. For anybody listening, I didn't reach out to them. They reached out to me. I wasn't trying to come on here just to push my product. So, I really appreciate that. Thank you.
I think everybody knows by now that when we have people on, we push people that we want to see it or help grow, or we try to get people on that we support, I guess, or products that we support and that we feel comfortable with passing on to other people. We're not putting people on here just for the clout or whatever it may be.
Stuff that we truly believe in.
Yes.
Like we don't bullshit on here. I mean, we do, but we're not
towards each other. That's about it.
Yeah. We don't bullshit to try to push something.
Right.
That's it. We're all natural podcasts, and that's how we are. If we believe in something, that's what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
Where, I know you said it once, but where can people find you at, or find the product at?
So the easiest way to buy it is just right online, coolerguardspray.com. That's going to be the easiest way to do it. That's where you get the discount, with your the GLO discount. Right at the checkout, there's going to be a discount or coupon code. Put it right in there. Get that discount on that. We are at some local bait and tackle shops, at Jay's.
Oh, nice.
Jay's, they were
Nice.
my
That's
first
awesome.
big,
That's huge.
first big storefront that brought us in. I'm trying to get more.
We can help you.
But yeah. So I would say go to the website. It's going to be your easiest way to do that.
And then you have social media, right?
Yep. So again, Cooler Guard Spray is the social media. That's Ambush is on there as well. But that's
Awesome. Well,
that's the spray.
We really appreciate coming on.
Thank you.
I appreciate talking to you and honestly learning more about the product. And honestly, I cannot wait to try them.
It's a no-brainer, people. It's a no-brainer.
It might be a complete different deer season for me this year, honestly. But no, I appreciate you coming on. I appreciate you talking. I appreciate the promo code for the people, because you're right, more people need to figure out and learn how well this product is going to work for them. But I also appreciate everybody tuning in on this week's podcast. And until the next one.
Hold on, wait a minute.
What's that?
Don't forget, Point Malay Waterfowl Festival, September 13th and 14th.
Coming up. It'll be good. We'll have some bottles there, actually.
Yeah. Stop by the
Even
booth.
if it's these ones here, we'll have something. We'll have something to show people.
I'll make sure you got enough.
We'll make sure to show people how well it works there.
We'll
I don't
do
know
some
about the shrimp, but
we'll do some
have
demonstrations or something.
Maybe Chris's shoe or something. I don't know. But yeah, we'll definitely have something there for Cooler Guard and Ambush. So again, I appreciate everybody tuning in. I appreciate you, Trevor, coming in and spending some time and hearing me rant, which you're probably going to hear a little bit more ranting after the camera's off, but hope you don't mind. But yeah, until the next one, we'll see everybody.
See ya.